In the last video, we talked about the different types of stress that affect your health: physical stress, mental stress, emotional stress, and the stress you may be creating without realizing it. But here's the deeper issue most people never see. Why does your body stay in that state? Why does the stress response keep turning on even when there's no real threat? Because for most people, the problem isn't the situation, it's the pattern running underneath it. It's the way you've been conditioned to respond to life. Most of your reactions are not conscious. They're automatic. They're shaped by past experiences, by what you learned growing up, by how you were taught to interpret the world around you. And over time, those patterns become wired into your system. So instead of choosing how to respond, you react automatically, instantly, without thinking. And your body follows that reaction. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're called into your boss's office unexpectedly. Before anything even happens, your body reacts. Your heart rate increases. Your breathing changes. Your mind starts racing. You start thinking, did I do something wrong? Am I in trouble? What's about to happen? But then you walk in and everything is fine. There was no threat, but your body responded as if there was. Why? Because of conditioning. Because at some point your system learned to associate situations like that with stress, fear, or uncertainty. And now it reacts automatically. This is how patterns work. You don't stop to evaluate. You don't ask, is this real? You respond based on what you've been conditioned to believe. And for many people, these patterns were formed early in life, through family, through school, through church, through past experiences, through trauma. Even well-meaning messages early in life can create these patterns. Be careful out there. Don't mess this up. Make sure you get it right. Behave yourself. Over time, those messages become internal. They become your inner voice. They shape how you think, how you feel, how you respond. I'm not good enough. I'm not safe. I have to prove myself. I have to get this right. I can't trust people. I'm going to fail. I'm not in control. And for some people, this goes deeper into beliefs about who they believe they are at their core. There's something wrong with me. I don't belong. I'll be judged. I'm going to be rejected. Most of the time, you're not even aware these thoughts are running in the background, but your body is responding to them constantly, and your body stays locked in a constant state of readiness, always scanning, always preparing, always anticipating something going wrong, even when nothing is happening. This is what keeps the stress response active, not just what's happening in your life now, but how your system has been trained to interpret it. And when this becomes your baseline, your body doesn't return to balance. It stays in a constant, low-level state of stress, day after day, week after week, year after year. And over time, that takes a serious toll, because your body is not designed to live in survival mode. When you stay in that state, healing is delayed. The immune system becomes less effective. Inflammation increases. Your system never fully recovers, not because your body is broken, but because it's responding exactly the way it was programmed to respond. This is why so many people feel stuck. They're doing all the right things, eating better, exercising, trying to take care of themselves, but the pattern is still running. The body is still receiving the same signals, so it keeps responding the same way. Nothing changes because the signal hasn't changed. So the questions become, what patterns are driving your stress? What are you reacting to automatically? Where did those responses come from? What have you been conditioned to believe about yourself, about your life, about what's safe and what's not? Because once you start to clearly see the pattern, you can begin to interrupt it, and that's where things start to shift, not by forcing change, but by becoming aware of what's actually happening beneath the surface. That's when real change can begin. If this is connecting with you, I recommend watching the previous videos in this series on stress. They'll help you understand how stress affects the body and the different ways it shows up in your life. Because when you see the full picture, you start to understand what your body has been trying to tell you. And if you want to go deeper into this work, I break it down step by step in my book, Why You're Sick and How to Get Well. If your stress has become unmanageable and you don't feel like you can go it alone, you can request a complimentary discovery session where we'll look at what may be driving this for you and what to do next.